Are you comfortable?
Yes, I'm honestly trying to fight falling asleep instantly.
And if you fall asleep, do you want me to wake you up?
Yes.
Okay.
Jasmine Simone works as a professional cuddler, using the power of platonic touch therapy to help adults struggling with issues from intimacy to anxiety to loneliness. Where are we right now? We're sitting on a bed right now.
This is my day bed, and yeah, this is what we use when people want to actually engage and touch. We can touch, and we don't need to be romantically involved, and it's still a really beautiful thing.
Jasmine is on the front lines of helping the growing number of people grappling with loneliness. According to a new Gallup report, about 20% of American adults report feeling daily loneliness, the highest level in 2 years. The nation's Surgeon General even saying we're in the midst of a loneliness epidemic. And chronic loneliness can impact more than just your mental health. It comes with a physical toll too.
It can do everything from increase rates of high blood pressure, heart disease, increase rates of dementia, and actually decrease how long we live. It's as risky for health as, smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Things that have fueled this feeling of disconnection: the pandemic, working remotely, even ironically, technology.
Social connection over the last 2 decades has really changed, and our society in many ways. And technology can be a positive and a negative. It really depends on how you use the tool.
Now, from sounding the alarm to finding connection. How much did you feel like you needed to relearn how to just be a friend?
Everything.
We're on the ground examining the unique ways people are finding comfort.
So how does one actually go about becoming a professional cuddler?
Happy birthday to you.
And community.
Happy birthday to us.
Elliot Wallace has been having cuddle therapy sessions with Jasmine for a year.
Is loneliness something you deal with?
Yeah, I work a lot from home. Yeah, definitely loneliness is a bit of an issue. Yeah.
Does the touch therapy help with addressing that?
Yeah, I found myself being nervous in certain cases, whether people were very close, like moving in too close or taking up my space, or even being touched. And I wanted to find a way to not have that threatening anymore.
Jasmine says there are clear boundaries and consent with her patients.
So how does it work for you? When someone walks through the doors, what do?
I first do a consultation. I want to know what piqued their interest about touch and cuddle therapy. I want to know what their touch history is. There's clear understanding of having agency over your body in the session. At no point am I going to touch you in a way that you're not comfortable with, or that you're not curious about, and vice versa. So the boundaries are rigid boundaries. There's no touching anywhere bathing suit covers.
Seeing a professional cuddler isn't for everyone. Experts warn that if cuddle therapy ends abruptly, there can be feelings of abandonment, rejection, loss, and even despair. Jasmine acknowledges that while her job may sound strange to some, she says she has seen how her work has helped people like Elliot.
It gives me the idea of who I am and to be more open and vulnerable with people.
When you look at the data, boys are less likely to report close friendships compared to girls. That seems to continue throughout the lifespan, and that hasn't always been acceptable for men to talk openly about their feelings.
22-year-old Kari Hostler is hoping to find a spark with someone, a connection.
I am very nervous, but I'm also excited. It takes a lot of energy to go and talk to people that you don't know. You just kind of socialize. It's kind of like speed dating.
But Kari isn't looking for love and romance. She's looking for friends.
You need platonic relationships in addition to romantic relationships. It's important, I think, for just your well-being and your mental health. Humans are social creatures.
Searching for ways to branch out, she went online and stumbled upon the Girls NYC.
The Girls is an exclusive social group for women looking to make friends in their early 20s in New York City.
Our mission is just to empower women to make intentional friendships and provide a space for them to do so.
Leah Selden and Carlin Kelly run this group. The duo, meeting 2 years ago at one of these mixers, they're now hosting together. One rule when it comes to attending these events: you have to come alone.
It's nice because it levels the playing field and sense of vulnerability. It pushes you out of your comfort zone.
Like the girls, similar groups catering to finding connection are on the rise, like dinner parties, even running clubs.
We spend so much time online, like we end up isolating ourselves, and it's not a substitute for actual human interaction.
For Carrie, her digital and social life go hand in hand, and she's not alone. Across social media, people can game with one another across continents. Get Ready With Me videos can make you feel connected to your favorite influencer. And there's dating apps and even friend apps. But making true friendships can be tough, especially when you've recently moved to a city of 8 million people, like Kari.
When I see like groups of girls like sitting at the park, I'm like, oh, that looks so cute. Like I would love to like be sitting in like a big group.
Leading experts like the Surgeon General have declared Kari's generation, Gen Z, perhaps the loneliest generation.
Gen Z has had it tough. They didn't have a traditional graduation from high school. They have also been part of this great experiment of social media. We are learning without guardrails.
Like Kari, 38-year-old Quincy Winston struggled to find new friends after moving to Phoenix with his wife LaToya in 2015.
No one wants to be alone out there. I mean, things are different when you're with your guys, right? You out by yourself, you know. But when you got 10, 15 of your guys with you, I mean, it's a little bit, you know, different.
You can experience loneliness at any point in your life. You can be surrounded by a beautiful home, by a loving wife or partner and kids, and still feel disconnected.
A heart-to-heart conversation with his wife sparked an idea in Quincy.
Tell me a little bit about that moment when you first went to your wife and you're like, yo, I'm actually kind of struggling to make some friends now.
And I kind of realized something was off. You know, her and her girlfriends, very organized, very tight-knit. And a lot of my friends at the time were distant. My wife was just encourage me to say, hey, you know, well, if you can't find one, make one. Because it's important for men to seek out friendship and build camaraderie.
Quincy did just that. In 2022, forming the Professional Black Men's Friends Group, space for men to meet up locally and find new friends.
What made it so hard for men to connect that you noticed?
I think there's a term out there, emotional intelligence. Guys, we have to work at that. What do I need to do in order to be a friend and make friends and have friends and keep friends?
Quincy's group now has nearly 200 members.
For me, it's been self-discovery. It's been a journey. I thank my wife every day for kind of opening up about my own emotions and encouraging other men to support other men.
From men supporting men to women supporting women.
I'm sure lots of people sit around having dinner at a certain age and they think, maybe sometimes they think, oh, wouldn't it be great if we all lived together?
At the New Ground Estate in London, these 26 residents are making history, living at the first and only co-housing community in the United Kingdom, dedicated to women aged 50 and over.
Inevitably, as you get old, you feel less safe in the world. And I think here you feel safe.
Jude Tisdall is 73 years old. She moved into New Ground in 2018.
I have been married, I've traveled. It was that point I hit my mid-60s and I thought I really want to be conscious about how I want to live moving forward.
Everyone has their own flats, but there are also communal living spaces, all run by the ladies themselves.
How does it work?
We say that we don't look after each other, but we watch out for each other. We had to learn how to balance privacy and community.
Some have likened it to a real-life version of the Golden Girls.
Now, I'll go. She's very brave.
Boy, I'll say.
I want someone to come with me.
As a Golden Girls model of health, it is really beneficial because there's that sense of community. Having a friend by your side during challenging times is always helpful. And I think it can also reframe how we think about aging.
Across Europe and the globe, co-housing has become increasingly popular, with around 2,000 communities worldwide.
Has this opened a new light to you?
There's a few people here like that of a certain age and are inspirational and are fit and still active and doing things. I think what has made me really, really think about is I'm going to live to the nth degree till I die, and that's what I'm going to do.
Sage advice for us all to live by.